Look at Dogecoin. It is up more than 900% this year. But listen to what the founder of Dogecoin told me back in 2018.
There can be, Litecoin, Feathercoin, whatever coin. There can be Dogecoin.
Did you think of it as a joke back then?
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely started as a joke. And if you look back at, the original website that I put up at dogecoin.com, it specifically said it's a parody cryptocurrency. So from the very beginning, it was supposed to be a joke.
But here we are, talking about Dogecoin years later. Breaking down this crypto boom for us is Mike Buccello, partner at Block Tower Capital. Mike, when I interviewed Jackson Palmer way back when, I never thought that fast forward to this story today where Bitcoin's above 50K, and we're talking about Dogecoin of all things. Why do you think that there's this fascination with Dogecoin that is clearly, as stated by the founder of Dogecoin, a joke?
Well, it's a continuation of the community and meme building society of the 2014 origins of Dogecoin. So you have, interestingly enough, it was one of the most accessible cryptocurrencies during the Wall Street Bets movement. And so because it was listed on Robinhood, it was used as, I call it capitalist warfare, the social revolution. And so it had this sort of, as any commodity, long-term value is driven by supply, short-term value and price is driven by demand. And so you have these individuals like Elon Musk or these groups like Wall Street Bets getting behind it, creating a further kind of meme, a further community build. And what that leads to is near-term price appreciation. But if you look at the underlying fundamentals of Dogecoin, and the founder would agree, it's infinitely inflationary. And so if you think about Elon and Tesla, for example, they're very clearly betting with their balance sheet versus their Twitter account, because the last time I checked, Tesla bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin, not $1.5 billion of Dogecoin. And if you'd ever want to debate the merits of Dogecoin as a store of value or a means of currency, I'd be happy to have that conversation.
Because clearly, I imagine you think it is not. But in terms of the Wall Street Bets crowd and sort of the retail interest in Dogecoin, is it also because it trades in pennies and it's more accessible in that way for people who might not understand that you can actually buy a fraction of a Bitcoin if you wanted to?
So friends of mine, from ex-Goldman colleagues to union workers to cops and firemen around New York, we talk about this often. It comes up often. I think the idea of it being an accessible asset that trades at a low dollar value, where you can own, in some instances, people say 1,000 shares. It's actually, tokens. I think that low dollar value creates also an effect, because if you think about this way this thing trades, it went from a half a penny last year to 9 cents at its peak this year. That percentage return makes for a great headline, and people chase return, they chase yield. And when you can trade in the thousands of tokens, it feels more interesting to the general retail investor. But again, that is a unfortunate result of a retail-oriented asset that doesn't really hold much long-term value.
Still, a 900% return on any dollar amount initially invested is still a 900% return, and I would welcome that in my own portfolio. But Mike, I wanted to ask you about this Wall Street Journal article that Dogecoin has one top dog, one holder with 2.1 billion. Do you think this is Elon Musk?
I would find it exceptionally hard to believe. So that type of accumulation of Dogecoin would have been noticed early on. So I think the general idea behind that is it's either an exchange. So Dogecoin is one of the most widely traded assets in crypto. So it could be an exchange wallet, or it could be an early whale, an early holder, someone who mined Dogecoin back in 2014. They had their own ASICs. There was a very small mining community then. Could have just held up until now. So it's hard to say. I do not think it's Elon Musk, although someone's been trying to kind of spoof the system, sending, I think, Elon's birthday amount in Dogecoin to the wallet, every few weeks or so. But I think that's just the community and trickery in a way to make people believe that Elon is really behind this.
28.061971 Doge every few weeks. Mike, great to speak with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike.